About Jalen Hurts that you think is special?
He got the commander-in-chief mindset. He kind of want to be above everything, and he's going to be the guy to set the example, set the standard, and we want guys to follow his lead.
You threw a little fade, and it looked exactly like the combine catch that he made.
Yeah.
With the was that intentional? Did you just want to give him a chance to flex?
That's just what he does. When the ball's in the air, he goes and gets it. I kind of promised myself that every time I touch the ball in practice or in the game, just get vertical. I'm not nearly as fast as Hollywood, but
not many people are.
Just having, that's true.
What time can you run?
4.4 ranges, for sure. Low 4.4s.
Low 4.4s.
242.
That was what you weighed today, 242.
For sure, without a doubt.
That's fast.
That's real fast. Real quick, he said he'd run low 4.4s if he doesn't stumble. Is that something you believe?
He can run. He can run. I would not put it past him. Trust me.
When I walk out the room, they wonder, dang, I don't know what it is about that Jalen Hurts kid, but I love him. I need him on my team. So the biggest thing for me is just going in these meetings, meeting with these guys, getting on the board, and just being myself.
It's a process, and there's still a few weeks left in it, but this is the way Bucky Brooks sees things going right now at the top of the draft. He's got Joe Burrow from LSU going first to the Bengals, Chase Young going second to the Redskins, Isaiah Simmons going third, and the next two teams taking offensive linemen. He's got Tua Tagovailoa, the second quarterback, off the board at 6, and he's got Oklahoma's CeeDee Lamb going 8 to the Cardinals, which should make this guy pretty happy. That is Kyler Murray, who has apparently been stumping for his team to take his former wide receiver and who went to the pro day today to watch in person. Let's see if Willie and JJ give him what he wants as well, adding another round of scenarios to the mix here.
Here we go, Willie. We got our 2020 mock draft right here. We're finna show Bucky and them how it's done right here. You got the first pick. You are the Cincinnati Bengals. Who are you taking, Willie Mack?
Well, I do agree with Bucky on this one. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow for the very first pick.
You taking Joe?
Yeah, I'm taking Joe.
Go ahead, tap that. You
for
taking
the very
Joe.
first pick. And I think when you see what he can do, every single throw from the quarterback position, he does have talent. Tyler Boyd, Eifert, Mixon, he has a running game. You hear him campaigning to keep A.J. Green there. So he's one of those quarterbacks that, yeah, he's going to have talent around him. You can build around a quarterback like that.
Well, Redskins, they drafted a first-round quarterback last year. They're taking another one. Where's my guy? Where's Tua? Scroll up. They are going to take Tua at number 2. Surprise, surprise. Listen, this is a quarterback-driven league. They got a new coach in Ron Rivera. He had a very mobile quarterback that could throw too in Carolina and Cam Newton. I'm saying he's going up. He's getting his quarterback at number 2. He's taking Tua.
All right, and some people say the best player in the draft is Chase Young, and I'm sending him to Detroit. Matt Patricia needs to affect the pocket. He needs to get after the quarterback, and you can't leave this guy on the board. I know you need a cornerback. Chase Young is going to Detroit.
Listen, I know everybody's showing Kyler Murray and all that at the pro day and all that. You're not getting CeeDee Lamb because he gone. He gone right here to the Giants. He's going number 4. He's going in the top 5 to the Giants to go with Danny Dimes over there, get him a big-time number 1 wide receiver.
So since no trades happened and Miami didn't move up, we got to get us a quarterback, right, to start this franchise. Jordan Love. Hit Jordan Love for your boy right here. Number 5. A guy that's semi-athletic, can move the pocket, a playmaker. They need somebody to start this franchise off with, and he's a franchise guy, Jordan Love.
Filthy Phillip Rivers is gone.
He's gone. He's out of there.
It's already 3 quarterbacks gone on the board right there, too. So they got to get theirs.
I
They're
like
taking
this
Justin
one.
Herbert.
I like that
Big
one.
body, 6'6", been showing the world everything he can do. He's very athletic, can run. Chargers get Justin Herbert right there.
And if he's not ready, he can sit because you got Tyrod Taylor.
Absolutely.
All right, right here, number 7.
Who you taking? Who you taking?
Isaiah Simmons.
You taking Isaiah Simmons?
If you lose Luke Kuechly,
where you at?
Go
scroll. Isaiah Simmons.
If you lose Luke Kuechly, you got to be playing with another playmaker that can do a lot. He does a lot in space. Kind of reminds you of what Luke Kuechly did there. I go with Isaiah Simmons.
Listen, I know you're going to be mad, Kyler Murray, but you're going defense. You're going Jeff Okudah right there to put him on the other side of Patrick P. And now you got a very good secondary, 2 very good corners on your football team.
Now, the Jags lost Jalen Ramsey and Bouye. So I was going to put him there, but since you didn't, I got to affect the pocket. Give me K. Levon Chase Young right here. Okay, so somebody that can affect the pocket since I don't have a DB, it's got to be a playmaker up front. And you might use Yannick Ngakoue.
Okay, where I'm at right here. Middle linebacker. You just released your linebacker. Middle linebacker, Patrick Queen, could run, could cover, come down and hit you, put you right in the middle of the Browns defense right there. That's the 2020 mock draft right there. Willie Mack, James Jones. Back to you, Lindsay.
Ooh, you guys like some quarterbacks up there at the top. After the break on NFL Total Access, James Jones is a DB.
Oh, goodness. I am reminded of the internet meme. Find someone who looks at you the way James Jones looks at Jameis Winston, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying to tell you.
Are you sticking with your hot take as we are right before free agency?
Absolutely. $100 million Jameis Winston, man. And listen, I want to tell everybody, the first 5 years of Peyton Manning's career, he had a 82% passer rating.
Okay.
All right? 257 yards passing per game. Jameis Winston, 274 yards passing per game. Interceptions Peyton Manning threw, 105 seasons. Jameis, 88. Why is everybody so quick to give up on Jameis Winston? Jameis Winston has been with so many different offensive coordinators, but when you turn on the tape, I know everybody wants to talk about the picks, but I see $100 million throws. This right here is a $100 million throw by the quarterback. Throwing it before the receiver is even getting into his route. The secondary has no way to even make a play on the ball. Then right here, we got a bang post. Set your feet. The receiver ain't even out of his break yet. Jameis Winston, ball is out of his hands. Big time throw in a big time game. Jameis Winston. These are $100 million throws. And then right here, another bang post. Tight coverage. Ball only where his receiver can get the ball. I say it time and time again. He throws his receivers open, and that's what $100 million quarterbacks do. That's what very good quarterbacks do. And everybody want to talk about Jameis's picks, but it was a lot of interceptions that went straight through his wide receiver's hands.
Define a lot.
But you know, quarterbacks always get the blame. But it was at least about 10 interceptions that go straight through his receiver's hands, ball in the air, tips and overthrows. Jameis Winston gets the interception, but the receivers did not help him out on a lot of those. But I still believe in Jameis. And I want to say this. Besides Dak Prescott and Tom Brady, he's the best free agent quarterback out there. We've seen what Teddy Bridgewater and Ryan Tannehill did when they were at the starter for their football teams. It was not good. Jameis Winston is the best quarterback besides Dak Prescott and Tom Brady in free agency.
Bruce Arians is on record as saying he wants to look at what's behind door number 2
everybody wants
before he sticks with his incumbent guy. And James, that's the word on James Jones. I don't know what percentage you're getting of that, whatever it is, but you've earned every dime of it. Hey, by the way, tomorrow on NFL Total Access, we are going to talk with one of Jameis Winston's teammates. It's Shaq Barrett, led the league in sacks this past year. He's our special guest on NFL Total Access tomorrow. Hey, guys, the timeline for the week ahead, we are heading into a massive week that's going to determine so much of the future of pro football. Saturday at almost midnight, the players' vote on the CBA will end. We should know by Sunday morning whether or not we have a new collective bargaining agreement. On Monday, right before noon, the franchise transition tag deadline hits. Then later, 1 minute later, that is, the negotiating window opens up for agents to talk to prospective free agents and current clubs that will pay them money. And on Wednesday, the starter pistol begins the new league year at 4 o'clock Eastern.
A lot of pro days in the days ahead, too, and there was a pretty big one today in Oklahoma with several top-tier guys on the field, including a quarterback who came in second in the Heisman voting and is currently projected as a day 2 pick in the draft. That is Jalen Hurts, one of the Sooners that James Palmer and Lance Zierlein caught up with today in Norman.
Releases, how pulls you're in the pocket, what about your footwork, what happens when the pressure's on you. And guys like me used to hunt these quarterbacks, so we know what to look for. But the other thing to look for and to understand is these guys are playmakers. He's played against the best competition at the highest level for a long time. He will perfect some of those things that they're talking about as well.
And I just feel like everybody knows what he can do with his legs, but I feel like every time he goes out on this football field, he's checking every box of using his arm and throwing out of the pocket, the footwork and things like that. You've seen him at the Senior Bowl, standing in the pocket, throwing the ball. You've seen him at the Combine, flick of the wrist, throwing the ball. And then at his pro day, the same thing. All they talked about was his footwork and how the ball was coming out of his hands. So that's impressive, especially for him. We know you can run. We know you can make plays out of the pocket, but can you stand in the pocket and make some of these NFL throws? And he continues to keep showing them.
Well, he's been training down in Atlanta since his season ended, and one of the Oklahoma wideouts said that he noticed a difference today in his mechanics. And we will hear what Jalen thought of his performance a little bit later on NFL Total Access.
We had Wisconsin Pro Day today. A lot of eyes on the All-American running back Jonathan Taylor. He did drills today. He did not run the 40-yard dash. His 4.39 at the Combine was good enough for him in the books. Word is he looked very good catching passes today, which you see him doing right here. Taylor's one of the most productive running backs to come into the pros in years. Over 6,000 career yards in Madison and over 50 touchdowns as well. He's the 5th rated running back, however, on Bucky Brooks' list of available ball carriers. After his pro day today, he spoke without